What's going on, everybody? What's going on? It's the ATL Sports In Game, man. It's your boy, Therapist ATL. Look, man, I got the lights down because I'm trying to stay cool because it's hot. It's hot out here. But
Y'all got some hot weather down there again?
oh yeah,
Man,
yeah,
it's hot as hell,
bro,
coach.
it's hot.
Okay.
It's hot.
Well, that's just for y'all. Y'all don't do that hot weather like that.
But before we get to everybody in the chat, man, I'm gonna get to my brothers on the panel right quick. To my immediate left, you know him, man. You know him as Senator Palpatine, but today seems like he's coming under his regular mantra. Mad Mike Sports. Mad Mike, what's going on, man?
Uh, I'm good. I mean, I feel better when I cuss people out, so I'm good now.
Oh. Don't come in no stupid shit today, then.
Right.
Yeah, just don't say nothing dumb. You good?
And right down
God ain't
below,
through with
man.
me yet. He ain't through with me yet.
No, hey, look, neither is any of us. Trust me. No matter what y'all try to say. But down below, you got Coach Unchained, man. Like you said, I hope you guys enjoy the show. Coach, what's going on, man?
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? I'm doing all right.
Can Kirk Cousins throw the tight ends? What the fuck are you talking about? Never mind.
Who asked that?
Never mind.
Okay, I don't know. I ain't even listening.
Yeah, coach. Yeah. Mucho, he know I love him, but Mucho said that crazy stuff.
Well, let's go ahead. Look, man. Let's go ahead and get to the people in the chat because I know it's gonna be some hijinks on here. So we got it pole position. We got King Treyway. What's going on, man? He said, "What's good, AFN?" We got Bout whatever. We got Miss Pamela Johnson. What's going on, Auntie? We got Three Dirty.
DJ in the building.
What's up? We got John Sinclair. What's going on, John? Thank you guys for tuning in. We got Dreddy. We got MVGZ. What's going on? We got Trauma Locks. We got Sherman Wood. Sherman. We got Mactown Dirty. What's good? We got Terry Ocean Boy Martin Jr. Hey, man. Hey, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. Got Bubba got Beats. What's up? And we got Miss Maggie Fontenot. What's going on? All right, look. Got a good show for y'all this evening, man. I'm just going to throw some stuff out there. Plus, I got a segment I want to bring up. You guys let me know if you like it. We're going to bring more of this, for the sports in game. But let's jump right into it. First one here. If you guys have been watching my shorts and everything, if you have not, go ahead, subscribe to the ATL Sports in game on YouTube, man. Listen. Bam. Now, look, this title came up because I was watching. If you guys haven't seen it, you guys need to go watch the Falcons. They got some pretty good stuff going on here. But right now, they were talking about Dallas Turner, Jared Verse, and Latu. So my question for everybody here and the panel is, who do you think is a good fit for the Falcons? Now, I know a lot of people have been doing a mock drafts. They've been picking players, this, that, and the other. So a lot of players been going around. Like Coach said he did like over 100 something. So look, right now, it's draining. It's draining. But you guys, put your comments down in the chat. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and go with Coach on this one. Coach, who do you think is a good fit for the Falcons?
All right. All of them. Serious. All of them are.
Mm-hmm.
However, Mike said something the other day. I think it was yesterday. I was listening to the show. He said trying to duplicate 2016.
Ooh.
Right? So I said, damn. Yeah. Wide receiver, speed, quarterback, yeah. Defense.
Mm-hmm.
We got linemen. We already got linemen.
Mm-hmm.
We got almost the same type of linemen.
Yep.
You got a Hegman. You got the kid from New Orleans. Similar. Still got Grady.
Yep.
You got
a big guy.
You got a big
Zach
guy. If
Harrison.
yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
all that's still the same. So think about defense. What do they have on defense that I haven't mentioned yet? You had the number 44 cat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who reminds you of 44? Just been situational.
Um,
That's
that's the thing.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Turner. Turner. Turner and Vic Beasley to me situational. Same thing. They got one thing.
Mm-hmm.
They got speed.
Yeah.
But they get chipped, they're done. However, but one on one, they can beat all those guys one on one. So if you look at it that
Jared
way,
Compton.
oh,
499. I'm gonna go ahead and get this right quick, not to cut you off, coach.
go
He
ahead,
said
go
Latu
ahead,
over
you
all
good,
of
go.
he said Latu over all of them, trade back if we need to. Hey, Jared Crumpton, man, appreciate the super chat, man. Like and share, subscribe to a therapist ATL 78. But yo, that's good. I mean, like I said, a lot of people is high on Latu, man. A lot of people is high on Latu. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, coach.
But yeah, like I say, Latu, he has the full package.
Mm.
He does.
He has the full. He has better moves. He's better in the run. He has the full package. So you can use him too. Verse, strong, good hands, got a little speed. So like I said, all those guys are good fit. Who the Falcons gonna pick? I ain't gonna know. I'm gonna do a draft tomorrow, so I'm gonna go on my best instincts. However, if you look at what the media is everybody's saying, Turner fits what if they're trying to duplicate 2016. Turner's that person
Mm-hmm.
to me. So
Okay. Well, hey, coach, like I said, Jared also had a comment. He said he played with Jimmy Lake too under UW.
Latu, yeah, Latu, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Latu. Okay.
But Latu also was under Jimmy Lake. They told Latu to retire too. I'm just saying.
Mm, mm, that's interesting right there. All right,
I
Mike.
thought. So go ahead.
All right, Mike. What you got, man?
Give me that funny love.
Honey love.
Mm-hmm. Some of my R. Kelly stuff. No, I'm just playing.
Oh, get out that Jeep. Get out that no,
Um,
it's hard.
um, the way that I look at the team, I don't think Dallas Turner is the guy. I think we already have a Dallas Turner in Troy Anderson. The thing is, can Troy Anderson stay healthy?
Hmm.
Troy is a guy you can put on the outside. He's big enough. He has the athleticism. Like he's athletically gifted. He's just as gifted
True.
as a Dallas Turner is. Um, the thing is, he just doesn't have the experience that Turner has playing as much because obviously he was on both sides of the ball. But I think if you're looking at athleticism, I don't think the Falcons, you know, are missing too much without because like I said, Troy is an animal. You can put him inside, outside. This dude can get after the quarterback. Um, so I don't think that they're missing anything as far as the athleticism or an athlete on the defense side of the ball because I think Troy is a hell of an athlete. You can always have more. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm looking at the guy that's perfect. If that man neck wasn't made out of peanut butter, I'll say Latu, but I'm gonna go with verse. I'm gonna just go with verse because if you got a man talk about
He said, peanut brittle.
Peanut brittle. Oh
like
my
if you
god.
got a man, if a coach telling you you need to retire, uh, that I can't. It's hard for me to get over that. So I'm gonna say verse is perfect for the Falcons.
Ooh,
All right, all right.
this is gonna be a crazy answer.
It's gonna be crazy because I honestly don't know, coach. I don't
Don't
know.
know exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Hey man, hey, look, hey, appreciate y'all, man. I got a new subscriber. Hey, shout out to y'all. Like I said, y'all the MVPs out there. But I want to answer this question right here. John Sinclair says, "Does having a injury history predispose someone to being a high risk?" In my opinion, John, only if or it depends on how they use the player. Because if he's put in situations where it looks like he'll get more contact or could end up injuring himself in the same way he did to begin with, then I would say yes. If they decide to use him in a more of a rotational situation where he's in and out of the game periodically, yeah, it just it's up to chance. It just depends on how well, for lack of a better term, if he has his head on the swivel during the game. But like Mike said, when you got a neck injury, you can't play around with that.
My thing
Neck
is,
injury, concussions, you can't play around with them.
that make you that make you feel better because he medically cleared. Like Mike Tyson was like he was granted another chance after he bit Evander Holyfield ear off. They say he wasn't psychotic, even though he was. Any motherfucker that bites another person's ear off don't mean he's not crazy, but it means he got another chance. He got another chance, and that's the same thing with Latu. He just got another chance.
But also, something about Latu. I noticed as you guys said something about that neck. I thought about that. He's not in the dirt. He's always standing up too.
He's standing up, right?
Hmm.
So that makes him being a 4-3 guy. I mean, I'm sorry, a 3-4 guy. He's not a 4-3 guy. So
He's
he will only be in the game when we're in a 3-4 situation.
Mm.
So he couldn't be an every down back
Right, right,
because of that. So
mm-hmm.
that's
right.
why I said I've been reevaluating what I was thinking. I said, damn. So
Well,
Hey, you ain't gotta be a damn doctor to know somebody's neck, bro. Like the shit.
all I know is it don't go well if it breaks all the way. We already know
no,
that.
Right.
But
Like
no.
I don't need to be a doctor to know. Oh, my neck, bro.
uh, bruh, bruh.
See, but the thing also, Verse he was like more like a weak side linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he played in the 3-4. I mean, I'm sorry, in the 4-3.
4-3.
He played in the 4-3. That's the thing, guys. They say they're gonna be doing multiple defenses. So it wouldn't surprise me. They double dip at the edge. It wouldn't
Yeah, it
surprise me.
wouldn't surprise me either. Yeah.
It definitely wouldn't, but man,
So
Verse, I like Verse though. I like Verse from the beginning. Damn.
Yeah, verse is like it's no wasted movement. I love
Right.
defensive players that don't have a lot of wasted. All that spinning and chopping and shit. Like Aaron Donald is a perfect example of no wasted movement. He gets upfield quick. That's what coaches want. They don't want their defenders to do all this, like even
Finesse.
tackling. They don't want you to do all that spinning and all that type of stuff. Like there's only one guy that really made that spin move what it is, and that's Dwight Freeney. So there's a reason why it's only one. Okay, he's the only one that made that spin move the way it is. There's only one Lawrence Taylor. If you look at Lawrence Taylor, it wasn't a lot of wasted movement with him. He saw quarterback, he bent the corner, and he got up. He got downhill quick.
well,
He
see,
got uphill, downhill quick. That's what you want in defenders.
the thing is too, what made him so formidable is when he, if you notice, most guys that do all that spinning move, there's at least about a 3-inch gap between body to body. When LT hit you, it was body to body contact. So it's just like getting hit by the corner of a car. So when he hits you, he made it so he threw your body offline, and then he kept going.
See, let me explain no wasted movements because some of y'all slow. All right, I gotta slow it down because oh man, don't leave AD out of it. No, what coach? What is a middle linebacker's job?
Seal those holes, man. Go get
Mm-hmm.
see ball, get ball.
You see what I'm saying? What is a safety's job?
Support that linebacker in case he missed that damn ball.
You see what I'm saying? His job, if a safety is moving left and right and left and right and left and right, he's no good for you.
He's out of position.
He's no good. He's out of position. So you don't want your defenders to move to left and right and left and right. You want them to be decisive. You want all your defensive guys to be decisive. See it, hit it. See it, go after it. This is why Deion Sanders was so good, as he was so dominant. It's because he saw and he attacked. That's what you want your defenders to be. If you look at another guy, Brian Urlacher, his game was what? He saw, he hit. He saw, he attacked. That's what you want out of your defender. So when you see a lot of guys, like even a Derek Thomas, same type of guy. Von Miller did one thing well. He bent that corner and got to the quarterback quick. There wasn't a lot of spin moves. There wasn't all that type of stuff. He ain't do none of that. He bent the corner. He had one of the best bends we've ever seen in an edge guy. He bends well. So that's what you want from your defensive players, is to be decisive. See it, get after it. Even when you look at the linebacker position, what they want you to do, they don't want you ever going backwards. They want you to stand in your spot and go forward. The moment that you hesitate and your feet stop as a linebacker or a defender, you never want your feet to stop as a defender. So as a defender, once you make that first step has to be decisive. So that's why I mean by no wasted movement. So if you see a lot of guys that going back and forth and side to side, they already beat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because y'all gotta understand, if you got a polished O lineman and you start doing that spin move, all he got to do is know how to nudge you over.
Mm-hmm.
All he got to do is nudge you over maybe a couple inches. That throws you off. Because now you basically wasting extra energy trying to get around him and trying to get back to the quarterback. By that time, quarterback's already moved. So you missed your opportunity.
I notice a lot of the players today, and not all of them, they don't trust their eyes.
They don't trust their eyes at all. Yeah.
It's all about trusting their eyes. They don't trust their eyes. That's why I see a lot of these guys get beat, because they think they see them. Just do your job. You have an assignment. Football is all about doing your assignment. You do your assignment. Yeah, you will get beat sometimes, but it's a matchup. So you match up with everything that's in place. If you get beat, that means you done your job. It's the coach's fault. It ain't your fault yet. It's the coach's. It's just a bad call. I ain't gonna say a bad play call, but the play was just outmaneuvered. So just do your job.
Yep. And that goes well, because like you said, what they're trying to do on this team is make sure that all of our O linemen stay in maul position. You know what I'm saying? Even when the quarterback is passing it. So your defensive guys, your edges especially, are gonna have to be able to do their movements without any wasted motion, because a lot of these veterans nudge you, it's a wrap. Jay Diaz here, he said Verse was stronger than most guys. He was winning with power. He didn't have to do much. Well, I'm gonna tell you something about that. Power is good, but power is not.
Whoa! What? You said Verse didn't have to do much. Have y'all played defensive line before?
I'm not even gonna respond to that one.
Look, no, what I'm gonna say.
I'm sorry, Jay. What's going on with you today? That defensive line, bro. Like that anchoring ain't no joke. Okay, being able to anchor against them 300-pound guys, that ain't no joke.
Well,
So it
that's all I'm
looked
about to
like
say.
that.
No, that's about to say. Power is good, but you ain't got no technique. That power don't mean nothing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It don't mean. Look, and I'm gonna give you an example. Anybody, feel free. Go back and look on YouTube when they was had Grady Jarrett was going up against Chuck Smith in the training camp. That swim move technique that Grady Jarrett had damn near took Chuck Smith's arm off. And Dr. Pass Rush was that dude. They tell you all the time your technique is what matters, especially when you are a D lineman. Because one thing, it extends your career. Number two, it keeps you from getting injured. And you can move a bigger guy off his spot if you got proper technique.
Absolutely. Yeah, he had great Verse has great technique. And although see the thing is with when we say no wasted movement, that goes back to technique. Your feet has to be in the proper spot. Like if you strong, people just strong. Guys like Ted McKinley was physically strong too, but his technique and his feet was awful. So it means nothing if you can bench 500 pounds and then you get on the field, you get bull rushed by a guy that's half your size because
His
your
shoulder
technique
messed
is
up.
paired. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's why his shoulder got messed up.
Yep. Let me go ahead and get this 499 from Jared Crumpton. Appreciate you, man. He said, personally, for me, I really like Byron Murphy over the edges.
Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm.
Stay tuned tomorrow.
All
Mm-hmm.
right, Jared.
Jude
Okay.
actually did a video on that.
Yeah, he did. I got to talk about something.
Okay. So Jared, listen, man. Tomorrow morning, Coach got the bird feeder. Make sure you stay tuned. He's gonna have a lot of good information on that, so you want to make sure you stay tuned for that. Let me see what we got.
I'm gonna wake Mike up in the morning too.
Clay Melton said the biggest asset is when the lineman isn't 100% sure what you're going to do because you have more than one move. That more
I
than
don't
yeah.
know about that. Have you seen Reggie White play?
Oh gosh,
Reggie
that
White
man.
had one move.
That damn forklift.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my Lord, Jesus!
yeah, he was
He
disrespectful
must
every
have like a
time.
robot in the arm or something.
Bruh, look, people knew exactly what Deacon Jones was gonna do.
Yeah.
It wasn't a secret. This is where technique and talent comes into hand.
Perfect what you want to do.
You
Right,
got to make people think at your move. You have to have a rushing plan. This is why you go to train with guys like Chuck Smith because you have to have a plan.
Just like
So
this.
you can have all these spin moves and all these moves,
but
but you don't have a plan. It don't matter.
See, that's like you just said.
I'm gonna be honest with you though. Reggie White perfected his move to the point where he put fear in you. You knew something bad was gonna happen when he got ready to work on you.
And you want to hit you. You want him to hit
That
you with
man
his left hand, not his right hand.
Mm-hmm.
Use your left hand,
right.
Reggie. That's a
Mm-hmm.
disadvantage. That right hand was
It's
strong.
it's the plan that gets people. That's why Dwight Freeney was so good because he mixed the dip with the spin.
Yeah.
So people would think that he's going to dip, but he's actually going to spin, and
He
then
was
vice
low too,
versa.
buddy. Yeah, he was low.
Man, what? Oh my
So it's the
word.
plan. It's not necessarily, oh, I got moves. You can have the moves. Honor every kid he has moves.
Right.
He's very good. He has a lot of moves. But his problem is he doesn't have a plan. He doesn't know how to set up guys. The best defensive sack artists, these guys know how to set up their opponent.
And they break down.
Especially, go ahead, coach.
I said they break down before they tackle too. They don't just go wild.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
like you said, he doesn't set up. He just goes like, I'm there, up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, all right,
And that's
man.
what I learned from a guy like Chuck Smith. It was a plan. He doesn't rush with a plan.
Well, most of the time, I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna go to the next topic. Most of the time, people like Chuck Smith, Grady Jarrett, those guys, when they have their move perfected, they have already figured out 80% of the weaknesses of the guys that they're across from. Because remember, one thing about linemen, O linemen, and D linemen is they learn tendencies. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure all of y'all seen Any Given Sunday. The one thing that stuck out to me in that whole movie is when that lineman was telling Willie Beeman, this is how you know when they gonna blitz. He said, if you see the man's knuckles and they white and they leaning forward, he said they coming to get you. He said if they leaning back, he said they laying and waiting. And it's the same thing with that. When you played against guys for so long, you know their tendencies. So all you do is add the tendencies in with your technique and strength. Game over.
Mm-hmm. That's why Dion knew. If you go look at his, he does some breakdowns too, and I think
Mm-hmm.
he did one. What was it? Tia? It might have been.
Uh-uh.
I
He did
forget
a
who.
Jerry Rice. He broke down Jerry Rice. He said
It
because
was it was something
he
else though. No, it was somebody else. I that one, but I think it was Ocho Cinco, Chad Johnson. He was talking to,
oh yeah
where he was doing like he was looking at his toes, and it said if
yeah.
his foot is aligned a certain way or his foot backward or forward, it's like he already knew how he was gonna play you based on how your footwork was.
He said
So,
he said I played against Jerry Rice. He said if Jerry Rice's foot is to the right, I know I can beat. I think it's to beat him on the inside. He said if his foot was to the
hmm,
left, I had to go
yeah,
to the outside. He said so I knew before Jerry moved which way he was going.
So he
He
was
said
hmm,
telegraphing his play.
he
right,
was
right.
telegraphing, yeah,
And he said I study all of my opponents that way. He said I
hmm,
can tell what we're going. He said now about Ocho. He said what was hard about Ocho was
Quick feet.
Ocho had he had mastered start and stop, where
hmm.
his body is going in one direction, and then as soon as his feet go, his body go with him. He said so it made it hard for corners and safeties to stick with it.
Quick feet.
Hmm. So it's the little subtle things, and with defenders, they study your footwork. So if a guy like a Reggie White, if he knew that you was already preparing for the outside, that's how he would get you with that hump move.
Yeah.
Just like he'll, go outside all game, and then next thing you know, you preparing for him to go outside, and then boom, he hits you with that hump move. So it's that's what he mean about setting up. That's why you was able to get a guy like Larry Allen, because you had all game, you had prepared him to go outside, 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 and then in the fourth quarter, he thinking you going outside, you bam, you then hump move and push him and lift him off his feet,
Lifted. Ain't put
lift him
that
off
was
his feet.
a lift.
Hmm.
Oh man.
Stop
Well,
it.
let's go ahead and switch gears to this right here. I know you guys are really gonna like this one. All right, now I want y'all to think long and hard about this one because I know people are gonna be throwing answers out here. But look, how dangerous is Kirk Cousins with the cast of offensive weapons that we have? Now, I know Coach and I were talking about this before the show. So, Coach, give me your take on this and tell them what you were telling me.
I was trying to say, is this the best offense he ever had?
Mm.
Mm.
It could be. I know it's the best offensive line he had.
Which I already look. Yeah,
You did a
I'll
video
wait
of
till
it
you
on this?
finish. I'll wait till you finish.
Yeah, because I was like, running backs, he had Davin Cook. That's the best running back he had, but Bijan in his prime. Well, I ain't saying his prime, but Bijan, Davin Cook, toss up.
Hmm.
Wide receiver, he had one. Well, he had Justin Jefferson, but he only had one at one time.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Then he had Cal. He had Cal with it, Rudolph, Randolph, whatever dude name.
Randolph.
How do you compare him to Cal Pitts? Damn, Cal. Oh man, he does some cows. Ooh, I just see that. That's a
Hmm.
wow. That's kind of strange. Um, yeah, it could be the best. I'm saying I'm thinking it could be the best offense he had because he has weapons at his disposal. He even has backup weapons.
Right. Right.
Hold on, Mike. Not Mike. No. You see, but I want to say something. I was thinking about something about Kirk Cousins. I think Kirk Cousins was going to be in play for Atlanta anyway.
You tell, coach.
Think about this. I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, damn, they know Kirk Cousins will be a free agent, right? They knew this. You drafted Dez in the third round. You brought Marcus Mariota to be a what? Spark plug, like a little
spot,
spot player. They thought Marcus was going to be able to last 2 years, I think.
2 years, yeah.
They thought he was going to last 2 years. They were going to go get Kirk anyway and let Dez sit behind Kirk and Marcus.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Kirk said this in his press conference to a degree. He said he's been waiting this opportunity
for a while.
And the opportunity arose and it happened. So were they talking, so was his agents putting a little buzz in Terry's ear a little bit, maybe? So this is not by mistake, guys. Kirk came here because it was a reason. And think about the draft they done. Think about the draft. You pick up Kyle Pitts. He needed a tight end. You got a weapon already. You pick up a wide receiver next year. You got a weapon already. You setting up your offense. You draft beats her. You set up your offense.
Coach. So you saying? So you saying?
I thought about this the other day. I said, damn, that's crazy.
So you saying? Basically, tactically, you basically saying all of the weapons were set up. They were just saying, okay, Kirk, we got what you need. All you got to do
about
now.
This also. Think about this. I like Arthur Smith. I like what he did with the so-called culture here.
Okay.
But Raheem could have been in play too. I don't know. Everything seemed to fall into place. It's like a puzzle right now. Everything seemed to fall in that little puzzle type thing. Look at everything that has happened. It's just like a domino effect. Everything fell in place. And we always thought Terry didn't have control. Maybe it was like a little, what's called to make somebody. I don't know. I'm just, look. I like to throw shit out.
As far as that go, I'm gonna go off of what man Mike said, and I'm gonna pass it over to you, man, Mike. Basically, you don't sit next to the owner if you don't have any significance. That's all I'm gonna say about that. You don't sit next to Arthur Blank unless you really, really doing your job.
You don't go to that man's house when you ain't on the team.
Say it again, Coach. Say it again, because I ain't heard you.
This man is still hanging out with the family, dude. When he was on another team. So, like I said, that's why I say this here was kind of like a little forward motion. So, I don't know. But anyway.
Southside ain't got no sense. He said, so, Coach, you think Arthur Blake just used Smith to get us out of cap hell?
Hell yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far to say he used them. But
not used them, but he gave him his opportunity.
No, he got an opportunity. This happens to a lot of coaches. They know what they're getting in before they even come. They know, like, the thing is just, all right, if it worked, it worked. If it doesn't, we gonna move on. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't use him. I wouldn't say that's the right word. But, like, he knew that he was on a short leash because the Falcons were looking to get out of that situation. And in that particular moment, you weren't going to get a guy like a Bill Belichick to come in and cap Hill and say, all right, work your magic. No coach of significance is going to take that job. So you're going to bring in a guy that pretty much there's like he and his he just wants a shot. He wants an opportunity, a stopgap coach. We see that all the time. We see that all the time, just like players. So at the end of the day, I don't think they used them, but like I said, I think this has everything to do with just like, all right, they had a plan, and they end up they end up getting the guy that they want.
Plus, Arthur didn't take advantage. Think about this: when you hired Mike Smith, who thought they were going to hire Mike Smith? Mike Smith
No,
Mike Smith took
nobody.
advantage of his opportunity.
Take
He
it up.
won.
Mm-hmm.
Dan Quinn, same way. He took advantage of his opportunity until it was too late.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Arthur had the same opportunity, but he didn't take advantage of it.
He didn't take advantage of it.
He
That's
let his,
like
let
that's
his ego.
all you need.
So,
Yeah, he let his ego get in the way, trying to
Mm-hmm.
trying to prove himself to the fans instead of proving himself to the person
my
that
daddy
hired
got money, don't you? Let me think.
him. His daddy like, that's my money.
But
But yeah,
I
JD,
like
yeah,
Smith
yeah,
though.
you.
I actually like Smith. He just
But you know what? What I can say is Arthur Smith kind of did like Dean Pease in a way. He set a foundation.
mhm.
Although he didn't utilize it very well, he set a foundation. So now Raheem can come in and do what he needs to do. I mean, because how many times did we cuss out Dave Ragone? Don't count. Just that's rhetorical. Just don't count.
They were gone. They be
But
gone now.
But
right.
earlier, like I said, my thing was with this, um, what team is, you ask whether or not, um, was this all, was it was the plan from the very beginning? I don't, I believe that the Atlanta Falcons knew that the fans weren't going to accept just anybody.
Hmm.
And with the salary cap the way it was, the smartest thing to do is to bring in a guy that'll be a couple of guys that be a stopgap, and then at some point, you know, get after a guy like Kirk Cousins because Kirk Cousins obviously wasn't happy um in Minnesota
Right.
because let's just be real, they had peaked. That team had already peaked. They lost. They had some of the best offenses we've ever seen in the NFL in the history of the NFL, and they just could not. And largely due, a lot of people blame it on the offense, but the offense,
It's
a
horrible.
lot of times they couldn't even, especially that game they played against the 49ers, they couldn't even get the damn ball. They ran the ball for like 40 minutes. They
Yep.
they they had the ball for like 40 minutes. So the Niners, when they got what the Vikings, they had an opportunity. They put up points, but they could not get the ball back. Their defense has been the problem with Kirk Cousins the entire time he was there.
Yep.
So a lot of it wasn't his fault. So the Atlanta Falcons looked at this situation and say, all right, Matt Ryan is getting older, Julio Jones is getting older. I want to compete for a championship. What's the easiest path to that championship? The easiest path to that championship is not to draft a quarterback. It's to put all the pieces around them first and then get your quarterback. This is what happens to the Patriots. The Patriots took that same philosophy with Drew Bledsoe. They built the defense around Drew Bledsoe. Drew Bledsoe, he got old, and they had developed Tom Brady. Tom Brady, when Drew Bledsoe got hurt, he got in, he took advantage of his opportunity, and that team never looked past. So this is what we're seeing with the Atlanta Falcons. This has been the model for teams for quite some time. The San Francisco 49ers. They did the same thing with Steve Young when Joe Montana got hurt. They brought in a guy, they groomed him for that position, they groomed him for that opportunity. He was a veteran guy. He had already been in the league 4 or 5 years or 6 years already. They
That's for
brought him
the
in.
USFL. Yeah.
So he had already been playing. This is like the plan for the Falcons have been. This has been the league. This has been in the league for a long time. The same thing with the. We can go to the Steelers. How many times we got to bring up Slash and all those guys? They already had a system in place when Ben Roethlisberger got that. They already had an offensive line. They already had a defense. They already had wide receivers. They already had running backs. So you bring in a quarterback that come in, all right, you get us to this, and then we use a younger quarterback to come in. It's like, all right, finish it. This is what the Atlanta Falcons are doing right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. And now remember what we said last season.
One. And
You,
the same thing. The Chiefs are doing it right now too. That's the
yeah,
recipe.
yeah, yeah. Well, remember what you said last season when people were blown away by what we did in free agency with the defense. What did we say? We said we're building a foundation
Mm-hmm.
so that way when we get ready to deal with the quarterback situation, pretty much. And I said this, and a lot of y'all got upset with me. I said
Uh-oh.
the Atlanta Falcons are
We're talking
going to
about
be a
quarterback.
team where they're going to have they're going to be trench centric, and the quarterback was going to be the addition. I told y'all that.
Mm.
I told y'all that. A lot of y'all got mad because y'all were like, "How dare you say that the most important, position on the team is an add-on?" Because the most important position on the team is the trenches.
Chris
Every
Chandler.
everything else
Mm-hmm.
flows off of that.
Mm.
Yes, the quarterback is the leader, and yes, he's the most important piece on the offense in terms of he's the guy that facilitates the ball. But without the O line, he can't function. Without the defense, you can't function. So I'm saying that because they're building a team to where you can plug and play a quarterback, you can plug and play a cornerback, you can plug and play, what I'm saying, weapons, wide receiver, tight end, running back. But the core of the team is gonna be the same. Now, thank y'all for hanging in there. It's 42 minutes. We getting ready to do a segment called NFL Flashback. Now, raise y'all hand after we get done with this. Let me know how y'all like this. But right now, we're gonna break out some old stuff. So all you old heads that's in football, y'all know exactly what I'm about to go with. Because I know coach was like, hey, all right, this right
Hey,
here.
no. No, just playing.
Nah, coach, you supposed to say well seasoned, man. You ain't supposed to say
Season.
old.
I'm
All
seasoning
right.
salt.
Lowry's. Okay, NFL flashback, man. Tom Landry flex defense versus Vince Lombardi's run to daylight offensive concept. Now, let me give y'all a backstory for y'all young bucks. Like I said, this right here started, right after World War II. Vince had just got, into the league in terms of, coaching and whatnot. And they went over, he started off with the T formation first in the concepts, and it worked pretty well. But then he started to notice he was, was running his drills with his offensive guys, and he started to notice that one of his running backs was having a problem, doing his getting his assignments and making his moves. So he asked him, say, hey, what's the problem? He was like, hey, coach. He said, my left side, man, is dark. He said, but I can see the shadow and the sunlight over on the right side. So, I go there. So Vince Lombardi, long story short, said, hey, all right, we just gonna run the daylight. You know what I'm saying? Now, what's interesting about that concept is that concept for offense began to dominate the NFL early on, and they were running through teams. Now, on the other hand, you have a gentleman named Tom Landry, who was a defensive specialist, and he was trying to come up with a way to, improve on defenses. He is the guy who created let me get it correct now, the 4-3 defense and also the 4-3 linebacker. But what was happening is when it came to his 4-3 defense versus that run the daylight concept, the 4-3 defense had a weakness, and it was primarily in the middle of the field. Now,
Sound like
what
today's football.
Landry, yeah, what Landry eventually ended up doing was adapting that 4-3 defense and adding a concept called the flex defense, where a lot of your linebackers were now, and you heard Mike and them say this quite a bit. The guys were being disciplined in their gap defense, and that in itself began to cause a problem for Lombardi's run to daylight. Now, I am not the quote unquote expert on it. I'm still studying this as we go, but I'm gonna let Coach take this off first.
Mhm.
Coach, what was so significant about these two men in this era to where it leads cadence to what kind of defenses we see nowadays?
Well, what you see now, well, with that run the daylight offense, is more. It's his zone blocking scheme. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Mm,
It's find a hole. It don't have to be in the middle. If whatever hole you see, you hit that hole. That means the lineman can be going in different directions. It's up to that running back to find the hole. That's
Mm-hmm.
what the run the daylight was. But the defense, the 4-3 defense, add that extra linebacker. Think about it. It used to be the 5-2 used to be the basic defense back then.
Yep.
So you had that third linebacker. You had those four linemen doing the same thing that five linemen used to do. So that's when you see the nose guard pretty much came in then. Well,
Mm-hmm.
actually, they're actually two D tackles instead of the ends. So it's the four guys did the same as five guys, but you can blitz more out of that 43. So that's the difference. And it's significant. I love the 43 defense. It's a great defense. So I use it all the time. So, but yeah, that run zone thing, man. I don't know if he's the innovator of it, but it works because everybody uses it now.
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm. And before I go to Mike, what's so significant about that you saying that, Coach, is the fact that by the time Landry started to see and study Lombardi's run to daylight offense, the league was beginning to adopt it. And this is why we say all the time, this is a copycat league. So once they started to see that Lombardi and the Packers were having so much success with it, they started adopting it. But by that time, that's when Landry started to develop that flex defense. Now, Mike, in your opinion, man, what is your take on this NFL flashback?
Um, the thing is what Lombardi understood at the time. He understood that the running back uh, need to have more freedom in order to find the hole. So back in the day, running backs, like, you didn't have guys like have crazy athleticism. So what they relied on is they offensive linemen to open the holes for them. So when you get a running back that has that vision, um, and he can see certain holes. For example, if you got a guy like Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier, both of these guys have excellent vision. So you're actually handicapping these guys by saying, "All right, do this." Like in the 50s and 70s, coaches were real anal when it come down to going outside of the called play. So if a running back end up going left instead of right, or cutting back instead of going right, the coaches would literally be on the sideline cussing them out, doing like, "Do your damn job." That's where a lot of those older coaches, like you saw Tom, like a lot of these coaches had long tenures because they're a little bit more patient with coaches back then. They would get rid of a player in a heartbeat back in those times. So when you get one of those players that's good with vision, you want these guys to be, the O.J. Simpsons, the Jim Brown. These guys can just do whatever the hell they want to. So when you get those types of guys, it's like, all right, I need to design a, a at that time the offenses were ahead of the defenses. Defenses really struggled back then. It was all right. This is where you're gonna be at all moments. This is where you know this guy's gonna be right here. So what offensive coaches used to do, knowing that we know that this defensive guy is gonna be here, that's why we're going to those zone concepts. So it's almost like the counter to defensive coaches back in the day because they were reluctant to change their identity on defense. So that's why you see a lot of systems like the West Coast offense. They use a lot of zone running zone concepts, but it's mostly because they know these defensive coaches are reluctant to change, and we kind of see that with a guy like Dan Quinn. Again, like even Mike Smith in his days, defensive coordinators are very arrogant. They very arrogant. They reluctant to change their defense, and that's all Vince Lombardi did.
Mhm.
He just he there was more that was more so a counter to the defensive coordinator than it was the players. Because all defensive coordinator did back then, they want their guys to be in a spot. Be in that spot. Don't deviate from that spot.
Mhm. But what also
Also,
too, what
go ahead.
well also too, what caused Landry a lot of headaches too is because the way that Lombardi had his scheme set up, it was chaotic. Also, it
Yeah,
led.
that's because that's what I mean. Because he knew those guys were going to be in that spot. Though
Yeah.
that's because a 4-3. All you need is one guy to be out of spot.
Hmm.
Especially in the
Well,
zone.
what he said was he said the way this offense is set up is to make sure that every move that the defense does is wrong, and it also led credence to play action. So that in itself was one of the biggest headaches, and that's why they said when Landry decided to adopt certain principles and make the flex defense and make those guys stay in their gaps, it took the chaotic nature away from Lombardi's offense. What was you about to say, Coach?
No, I'm looking at that uh, this Lombardi offense and stuff. Also, I just read this. I didn't know this part of it. Sid Gilman, they call him the father of the passenger, the passing game, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just realized this guy here was, I guess he's the offensive coordinator for Green Bay. He got the passing tree. He developed the passing tree. And
Hmm.
I didn't
Ah,
know this.
ah.
Just like cause I'm reading something because it's interesting. You talked about something. You know, I always look everything up. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
this passing tree, nobody knew about this passing tree. This guy did the 1 through the 9 passing tree. So the 9 route, you get the
Hmm.
9 route. This guy was on this team, and he said, and also they just made an article here. They say they would have never won the Super Bowl one without this passing game.
Hmm.
Mm. Coach. Now look, hey, before we get finished, man, everybody, you know what I'm saying, put some red and black in the chat if y'all like this NFL flashback, man, segment. I'll make sure we do it, every other every other show so I can, get you guys some real good topics. But yeah, put that red and black in the chat. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the Therapist ATL 78. Make sure you subscribe to Coach Unchained and Mad Mike Sports. But listen, that's something I didn't know. So,
I'm
coach, hey, coach, but see, that's something we need to talk about, man, because now with that being him being the father of the passing tree, now we're coming full circle to what the Falcons is about to get back to. Because
ooh,
the
that's
question
sweet.
is now, how significant is him creating that passing tree? Has it worked for these teams? And how many teams have won off of the passing game? How many
Super
teams have
Bowls.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Well, we should have
yeah.
won off our passing tree.
Oh, but we were winning.
Shit, it works. We just need some blockers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, what? Hey, coach? What's his name again? What's
Sid Gilman.
Sid Gilman? Okay, I got it.
Yeah, he was
Sid
on the
Gilman.
staff of Green Bay, and yeah, he developed the. They say he developed the passing game. So he's a real passing game coordinator. So
All right, I will look at see we do our homeworks around here. So I will go ahead and look him up. All right, hey, look, yeah, hey, appreciate the red and black. Like we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna make sure we're gonna keep this segment. And like I said, we're gonna bring you guys some NFL history of areas that we like. Now, I will tell you this coming up, and I want you guys to make sure you pay close attention to the dates. Coming up, we're going to talk about the 85 Bears. Yes, we're going to
oh
talk about we're going to talk about the 85 Bears and
mm,
everything and what made them so formidable. So yes, we're going to be going over the
The
NFL
Atlanta
flash.
Falcons made them formidable.
See? See? See?
We're gonna
So
talk
so
about it. Oh, we're gonna talk about it.
oh yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
they don't want to do NFL. Don't want to get a Falcon credit for the 46 defense. Mm.
but it all ties in, man. It all ties in. Now yeah,
Oh, oh,
yeah.
oh, oh! Y'all don't know where
Yeah.
they got that concept from. It wasn't.
Yeah.
Buddy Ryan ain't a genius. I'm just saying that concept came from somebody.
Yeah, yeah. So look, if y'all want to know about the Bears and the Falcons and how it made them formidable, stay tuned. We're gonna have another NFL flashback and
Go
everything like
watch
that.
that 78 to 79 Falcon defense, and you'll see what I mean by that.
Oh yeah, we gonna break all that
I
down.
didn't know Bill Wash trained under Lombardi. I'm reading a lot of shit.
Yeah. So look, we coming up on the hour, man. Look, this has been a good show. If you got any questions, throw them in the chat right quick. We'll probably take, probably 2 or 3 questions before we get out of here. But yes, we're gonna be breaking down stuff. And yes, don't worry. I'm going to go over the actual genesis of the Super Bowl.
Which one?
Cause period. Because remember, Coach, they had championships before they had the Super Bowl. People that know about the early parts of the NFL, they had championships before they had the Super Bowl, and this is why Mad Mike
Oh,
specifically
NFC.
talked about the championships. He said, "Have you won championships?" Is the reason why he said that. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that. So man, go ahead, drop your questions in the comment section, man. We'll go ahead and pull them up. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, man, to the ATL Therapist ATL 78 because I'm gonna be bringing up a lot of shorts. We're gonna be doing a lot of shorts and stuff like that. And also too, we got our draft show coming up, so make sure you guys
Woo!
stay tuned for that. Mike and then we'll put the links out and let y'all know when the shows will be aired and everything. But look, bro. Oh, and look, make sure you get your tickets, man. Mike put the link in the chat. Make sure you get your tickets for the Red and Black event this summer. Do not sleep on it. You ain't got your ticket, you ain't gonna be able to get in. All right. So you know what I'm saying? If y'all have a problem with Eventbrite, make sure y'all hit up Miss Maggie T and Maggie T Productions. You know what I'm saying? She'll get you squared away. But make sure you get your tickets. All right, John. All right, John said, all right, John Sinclair, what you got for us? He said, trivia, who was the last NFL champion before the Super Bowl? Ooh, John, you being disrespectful.
KC, wasn't it?
I believe so. I think it was. Um
I don't
yeah,
remember.
yeah, because Green Bay won Super Bowl one. And I'm trying to you know what? Ooh. Dang, John, that's
I don't remember.
It was called the NFL Championship.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm looking up for the cheat. I'm finna look it up.
Whew. Man, I'm gonna have to go do my homework, John. I was just because I've been studying the film.
Bro, we ain't 100 years old. That's
I
over
gotta go
100
back
years
and
ago.
shoot. Man, listen, I've been studying all of that, so I gotta go back in my Rolodex and look it up. Miss Pam said the Giants.
That's it.
What the Giants?
1969. That's right here. Let's see who the hell this was. 1969. Yeah, these people are old. Oh, shit.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, yeah, 1969. Okay, I got it.
California.
That's just like That's just like people don't.
No.
Who was it?
Minnesota, I think.
Minnesota?
Yeah,
Oh shoot.
they got a championship.
That's just like a lot of people. A lot of people don't realize that the Arizona Cardinals is what the oldest team in the
Damn,
NFL.
Green Bay got a lot of championships. If you look at
Yeah,
championships, oh my
that's what it was. That's why I brought this up because y'all got to understand the
Cleveland got
scheme.
one too.
The schemes that we were just talking about is what made Lombardi famous. These schemes. This is back in the day when coaches was sitting down coming up with the stuff that we see recycled today. All the stuff that y'all see on Madden and stuff, this stuff was created by guys like Tom Landry and Vince Lombardi.
I'm just curious, how old is the Giants? Are they about 1,000 years old?
It's something. I mean,
They've been around for a long time.
I think it's Cardinals, Giants, Packers, Bears, Chiefs, Jets.
Well, the Cardinals ain't been there, so you can't call it the Cardinals. They ain't been nowhere.
No, I'm talking about in terms of oldest. Talking about in terms of oldest team.
Chicago Cardinals.
It was Chicago
Yeah,
Cardinals back then.
Yeah. Oh, they got a championship too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Cleveland Rams. What the? I'm just looking at these names.
Yeah. The teams
Mhm.
weird. The teams are weird. back
Yeah,
then.
that's a good set to run. That sounds like
Yeah.
that'd be fun.
Yeah. All right, we got this one right here from all right. We got this question right here. Said Malik Neighbors will
Man, if
probably
you don't sit your crack baby head and ass down somewhere, Malik Neighbors. How the hell a wide receiver gonna be? Never mind. I'm sorry, y'all.
All right. Ghost Pepper.
Got me
Yo,
yawning there for that.
The best player available for the Falcons at 8 is a Malik Neighbors.
look, man. I mean,
Nigga, how explain that to me,
it's
Brian?
late. Right?
Bijan, Bijan homeboy, whatever your name is. Explain to me why that's the best.
I'm not gonna do it. It's late.
He
I'm
from
just gonna.
Louisiana.
It's late. All right.
Who the
man,
hell
look.
gonna get him the ball? We got 20,000 wide receivers already.
Oh my goodness.
That's some good water.
How many wide receivers we really got? We got Rondell, we got Ray McLeod.
We got 9.
We got 9 wide receivers, and y'all want another one.
Wait. So we got 9 in the chamber. You want to add 10?
Well, you know, a lot of them ain't gonna make it, but they in there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, look, man. Look, we a little bit over an hour, man. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the Therapist ATL 78 on YouTube. Make sure you check out and look out for my shorts. Also, some
Laruda,
videos.
you banned from talking anymore. You can't type no more. You don't say nothing else.
Gosh,
But,
man. Hold on.
Before we get out of here, Coach, what you got going on the bird feeder tomorrow morning, man?
Tomorrow I'm gonna do some
A damn wide
the number
receiver.
8 pick. That's one of the main topics. The number 8 pick. And my final mock draft for the season.
Okay. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to Coach Unchained. Make sure you check out his show tomorrow morning. Those is going to be up. Also, Sunday, make sure you guys stay up for the Regulators with Magnus and the guys. Listen, man, it has been a crazy week. We're going to give you guys your evening back. But as always, on this show right here, man, we try to seek the truth and make a difference. Hey,
I ain't making no goddamn difference. I'm telling these dumb motherfucker to shut the fuck up. Okay.
Well, that's making a difference.
That sounds stupid as hell to say a damn wide receiver when we got 20 of them on the damn team already. He's the best player available. Who gonna throw it to him? You don't throw the ball but 50 times a damn game. Y'all want to throw the ball 100 times a game?
Nah, man, that's
What is wrong with y'all?
You gotta have a run game. You cannot win a championship without a run game, man. You can't. It's just like defense. They pin your ears back.
So what we gonna do? We gonna trade because Malik Neighbors is available. We gonna trade Drake London away. That's what y'all want to do? Because that's what it sounds like to me.
Nah, Mike. We ain't. Mike. What's my favorite saying? We not trying to understand stupid, Mike. We're not gonna do it.
We not gonna. All right, you the boss.
We not. All right, man. Look, we're gonna get out of here. Give you guys back your evening. Like for those that didn't see, make sure y'all go back and look. And
Damn wide
hey,
receiver.
stay tuned
God,
for the NFL flashback. We will be having it. Appreciate y'all.
motherfucker can't stop the
Talk to y'all
run for
later.
shit, but we gonna look. Let's draft another wide receiver.
Peace.
We need more sacks. Let's draft the wide receivers.
So 67. So 67 was the first Super Bowl year. I ain't got to